जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा, जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा, जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा, जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा, जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंदा, जय द्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंदा. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita on the most auspicious occasion of the disappearance of Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Antyalila, chapter 11, the passing of Haridas Thakur, verse number 56. Antyalila, chapter 11, verse 56. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Utkramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Ucharana. Matajis, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharana Namera Sahita Prana Kaila Ucharana. Word to word meaning. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda, the sound vibration. Karite Ucharana, chanting. Namera Sahita, with the name. Prana, life. Kaila Utkramana, went away. Translation by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up his air of life and left his body. Please repeat responsively. While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up his air of life and left his body. Om Jnanatimrandasya Jnananjanasalakaya Sakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langayate Girim Yatkrapatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Pasnachade Satarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Today is the auspicious occasion of Ananta Chaturdasi, also the disappearance day of Namacharya Haridas Thakur. So we take this opportunity to discuss about the life of Namacharya Haridas Thakur and his disappearance pastime. In the Navadip Dham Mahatmya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions about Namacharya Haridas Thakur's appearance. It is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam how Lord Brahma, wanting to check whether Lord Krishna is actually the Supreme Personality of God, he was bewildered by the pastimes of Lord Krishna, that how can the Supreme Personality of Godhead will be performing activity like this? So, Brahma, as we have discussed several times in Srimad Bhagavatam, he stole the calves and covered boys, and then Lord Krishna has to manifest himself as many calves and covered boys. And then finally, when Brahma realized that this is Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was very impressed. How can he fiddle with Lord Krishna's pastime? So then, Bhaktivinoda Thakur mentions that he came to Navadip and he started meditating upon the Supreme Lord, and then Lord Chaitanya manifested to him, and he gave him the boon that, don't worry, you again perform pastime with me. So, but this time, you will not be puffed up. If you are in a very high position, sometimes you try to be overwhelmed with the power, puffed up. Said, no, because you are Brahma, you thought that I am Brahma and what is this happening, and you wanted to check it out. So you should not be puffed up. So you perform the pastime with me, But when you are born in a very low family, then you will not be puffed up. So he was placed in the family of a Muslim. And the cause of your being puffed up will not be there, so that you can actually assist me in this pastime where I came to actually propagate the holy name, so you will assist me in a very significant way. So, Haridas Thakur, so he exhibited the emblem of the verse that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given, Pranadapi Sunichena Taroreva Savishnuna Amanena Manadena Kirtaneya Sadahari. Kirtaneya Sadahari, glorifying the Supreme Personality of Godhead all the time. Sadahari, 24 hours a day. Is possible only when you fulfill these criteria. Tranadapi Sunichena Taroreva Sagasnuna Amanena Manadena. If this is not fulfilled, it is not possible to be doing Kirtanaya Sadahari. So, Haridas Thakur was an embodiment of this verse. Because there is no question of him being puffed up. He is born in a very lowly family. So he doesn't have to be puffed up thinking that I am a very great person. But then he became a great person by chanting the holy name. But he was not puffed up in spite of that. That is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So, it is stated that he is actually incarnation of Brahma in assisting Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime. It is also stated in other places. He is also partially Prahlad Maharaj and Richika Muni's son, Mahatapa, like that. But primarily Brahma's manifestation. So Haridas Thakur was born in actually present days Bangladesh, Budana in Bangladesh, in the year 1450. 36 years before Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. He came before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu 1486. 1986 was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's 500th birth anniversary. So, after being born in this Bodhana, he actually came to another place called Benapol in Jassur district on the border of India, Bangladesh, present day border. Came there. And he made a small house in the Benapol, and then he, in a solitary place, he was chanting the holy names. He had a Tulsi plant, small cottage, and he was chanting 300 names of Krishna, 3 lakh. So, this is something very extraordinary, meaning it would, per day, it will take the whole day. 16 rounds is only 26,600 times the names. Approximately. If you run 64 rounds, little over 1 lakh, 1,10,000, at least you say, Lakshanam matlab 64 rounds. 3 lakh means 192 rounds, but actually calculate 174 rounds it comes. At least 180 rounds per day. Per day. That is, it is not possible for actually ordinary persons. The ordinary person, it is not possible only. But he was doing it, so you know that he is not ordinary person. So that is like chanting all day and night. All day and night. So much so that people heard about somebody chanting all day and night, they came. You don't want to be famous, then you become famous automatically. But that doesn't affect a person who is in proper consciousness. People came and he became famous. He didn't want to be. That is why he was chanting in a solitary place. So, in the vicinity, there was one person known as Ramachandra Khan. Ramachandra Khan. So, he was an envious person. And when somebody envies that, somebody becomes better than you, you become worried. Why somebody should be better than? Why not me? If somebody becomes better, how does it matter to me? Then there is no problem. But somebody आगे बढ़ रहा है, उनको पैर को कैसा खींचना है? Typical mentality of envy, which is very, very detrimental for Krishna consciousness. It's not going to help at all. It has never helped, it is not going to help. So this Ramachandra Khan, he wanted to discredit Haridas Thakur. Because, he is chanting, he is very renounced, very young he was. And renounced, and so we will discredit. So, what he did, he arranged a prostitute. That you go to him, he is a young man, so you would somehow or other try to, make a relation with him. So that, we will tell that he is acting like sadhu, देखो बड़ा बड़ा बात करता है, पूरा दिन chanting कर रहा है करके ऐसा काम करते हैं. Plan. So he arranged a prostitute to go to him, and she said, no problem, you give me 3 days. वो 3 दिन में नहीं होता, कभी नहीं होएगा. You give me 3 days, I will succeed in my mission, and then your goal will be achieved. So, he said, okay, when you go, I will give you a constable with you. I will send a guard. So, whenever he tries to engage in illicit activity, then you will catch. He said, no, don't worry. Let me first engage with him. Second day you send. एक दिन करता है, दूसरा दिन भी बैठा रहेगा इंतजार करके. No, don't worry. I said, okay. So she went, and Haridas Thakur was chanting because he has to finish his 192 rounds, So he was chanting, and she went, young lady. SriSriRadhaRasbihari ki, Sri-Sri-Sitaram Lakshmanuman ki, Sri-Sri Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So, he had Tulsi plant. So she went and paid obeisance to Tulsi plant culture. And then she spoke to Haridas Thakur. Oh, you are a very great devotee. You are a very nice preacher. And you are very well built, beautiful. So your youth is blooming. And by seeing you, a woman like me, how can I control? She is proposing, can you imagine? And Haridas Thakur said he didn't drive her away. He said, ठीक है, but I have a vow. Sankalpa is that I have to chant my rounds. I can't do this without chanting my rounds. I can do that, but then I have to finish my round. So you do one thing, you sit down and hear. Haridas Thakur, he knows what is the mission plan, but he said, you sit down and listen, so that when I finish my rounds, then I will accept for your proposal. So, the chanting went all night. It never finished. And it became, sun is going to rise, and she said that, Hare bhai, ho gaya. She left. And Ramachandra Khan said, what happened? Nothing happened. Really? Yeah, no, he was chanting, and he said he has to finish his round, and the round got never finished. So the night is already over. I came back. Don't worry. Today also I will go. Yeah, 3 दिन का time है ना. Today also I will go. Today some or other I will achieve. So in this way, second day, next day also she came. And Haridas Thakur, please excuse me for my offense, that yesterday I didn't fulfill your desire. But suddenly today it will happen, so I have to finish. But then, in a month, he has also taken a vow of chanting 1 crore names, which is, you have to chant extra round after these 192 rounds, by the way. एक महीने में 1 crore नाम बोलने का था उनको. तो मेरा एक्स्ट्रा राउंड बाकी है, वो करना है. बैठो बिठा दिया. पूरा रात को सुना है उनको हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र, chanting the holy names of the Lord, hearing from the pure devotee. It has an effect, automatic effect. And पूरा रात सुनते रहेगा तो क्या होगा. So chanted, and then same thing happened. No, it never ended. And so third day is the last day, because she took 3 days, So the third day also, when she started hearing, she also started chanting. The effect of the holy names. She started chanting with him. And at the end of the night, she actually admitted that she was so pure that she said, this is very, very embarrassing for me. She then said that actually it is the plan of, I am actually a prostitute. It is actually plan of this Ramachandra Khan. And I am very sorry, but then I want to accept you as my guru. So please, accept me as guru and give me blessing. So Haridas Thakur said, the first day only I knew about this. It's not that I didn't know. I could have actually gone. Same day you could have run away, no? एक दिन तो हो गया भाग जा सकता था. I said I wanted to, make you a devotee, that's why I stayed. So she said, what should I do? He said, you have accumulated so much wealth by means of all these activities, adharmic activity that you have done. Distribute it to the Brahmanas. De do sabko. And then come here. Tulsi plant is there. And water the Tulsi. And sit and chant there. I already made a kuti. You be in the kuti. I am going. I am not supposed to be here. So you keep chanting here. And then you will be purified. So in this way, she stayed there and she became a great devotee by the association of Namacharya Haridas Thakur. So here, Ramachandra Khan made a great offense at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur by this Vaishnava Aparan. Very serious effects has to be faced. So, for Ramachandra Khan, it didn't matter anything. He thought that everything is okay. Sometimes people think everything is okay. It's not okay from the spiritual point of view. So later on, when Lord Nityananda was traveling, he came to the place of Ramchandra Khan. So Ramchandra Khan's house, there was a Durga Mandap in the courtyard. So Nityananda Prabhu, all merciful Nityananda Prabhu came and he actually sat there in that Durga Mandap. So he had got so many associates. So it was all crowded. Ramachandra Khan sent a message to Nityananda Prabhu saying that this place is too small for Nityananda. You tell him to go to some other house, maybe a milkman's house. Jada jaga milega. You just tell him to vacate this place. Nityananda Prabhu is coming to your place. You tell that to go away. Nityananda said, yeah, this is not a fit place for me. I should go to some other place. And he said, in this very place, this person is driving us and he has already committed offense on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The cow killers will come and stay here. That is what it is fit for. I am going. So Nityananda Prabhu left that place. So Ramachandra Khan was supposed to be a tax collector. And such kind of envious people will have different kinds of vices also, cheating propensity. So he was not paying the tax that he was collecting. Some tax he was keeping for himself, which was known to the finance minister, Muslim finance minister of the king. So he came and he sat down in the same mandap, Durga mandap. And then he plundered the entire, not only Ramachandra Khan's property, the entire village was affected. And he sat in that place and he started killing the cow and cooking the cow meat in that very mandap, and they were eating. Chaitanya, Nityananda Prabhu has given him a curse. So for that curse, so that mandap was used and the entire village was devastated. It is stated there that when a Vaishnava aparadha is committed, not only the person who is committing, those who are actually tolerating it and being there, they also get affected. You don't have to really commit. You be associate of the offender, you will be affected also. The entire village was finished. Nothing was left by the offense that was committed at the lotus feet of Haridas Thakur. So after leaving this place, Haridas Thakur went to a place known as Fulia near Shantipur. He came to Navadip area, Shantipur, and he was associating with Advaita Acharya and continued chanting. So when he was chanting, he was exhibiting symptoms of love of God. When one is in the highest stage of devotional advancement, he exhibits those. Sometimes he was crying, sometimes he was laughing, so many kinds of ecstatic symptoms. So the Qazi was very concerned about Haridas being a Muslim, but he is chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, and then he is acting in a very strange way. So he went to the king, Muslim king, and complained. See, he is bringing a very bad name to us Muslims, and how he can do like this? So you have to rectify it. So the king called Haridas and said, what is this? You are born in a Muslim family, and we don't even eat the rice which is touched by the Hindus. See, Hindus have a standard. What is touched by Muslim, they don't accept. Muslims have their standard. Hindu touch kiya, usko खाएगा नहीं. वो सोचता है, it becomes contaminated. We don't even eat like that. You can't do this. Do one thing, you ask, you confess it, ask for forgiveness, Allah will forgive you. Then you become a proper Muslim and you practice your religion, then it will be better. Haridas Thakur said, God is without second. You call Allah, we call Krishna. What is the difference? The names of God are, all purifying. This is what is Shastra. Our Shastra, Puranas are also telling, Quran is also telling. He started preaching to him, hopefully, thinking that he will change. And they were outraged, Qazi and the king. Because Haridas said, under the inspiration of the Supreme Lord only I am chanting. Where I am getting the inspiration? The Lord is only giving the inspiration. Said no. And they said, this fellow is already a miscreant. Because of him, others will be created miscreants. So we have to take a necessary action. And they said, some or other you have to stop chanting. Haridas said, even if you cut my body into pieces, and I may give up my life, but I cannot give up chanting. They said, give up chanting. Nahi, possible nahi. How much conviction a person could have? Even if you cut me into pieces, I will tolerate that pain. But the pain of leaving the chanting, I cannot tolerate. Not possible. Then Kasi said, my dear Lord, to the king, this fellow should be punished. He is unfit to be living. What is to be done? So he told, I suggest that this person should be beaten up in 22 marketplaces in such a way that they don't have to beat in 22. In few beating only he should die. Beating is only the external thing. The purpose is to kill him. So where to beat? You should be beaten in the open space so that everybody sees. Punishment is given so that others don't do it like that. Punishment in the open space is given so that others don't do it. ऐसा कोई करना नहीं, हो हम करेगा तो हमको भी ऐसा मिलेगा, नहीं करना. So king ordered, beat him in such a way that he should die. Maximum limit is 22. उसका अंदर ही काम खत्म करना. ठीक है. So Haridas Thakur was taken to the marketplace and the beating started and Haridas was chanting. He was in so much ecstasy that when somebody situated in transcendent, a yogi, it's like a big yogi, you know. Yogi, when yogi goes into meditation, his external consciousness is withdrawn. What happens outside he doesn't know. Somebody sitting in the, forest. And doing meditation. Even forest means any animal can come, You can't sit in meditation. Suppose a tiger comes. Tiger ko dekh liya. What meditation you can do? You can't run away. A tiger will chase. You can't run faster than a tiger anyway. A yogi is not worried about tiger will come or lion will come or anything will come. Once he withdraws the senses, he doesn't perceive the outside world. What is happening around, he is not in that space. He is in a different space altogether. What is happening, it doesn't affect. Whether it rains or wind or flood or tufan, kuch malum nahi padta. Same way, for Haridas Thakur, externally beating was going on. Internally he was chanting, withdrawn. He was not even feeling the beating of the, whips that was inflicted on him. And they thought he will be very severely affected. Nothing was really affected. And it is exactly like, example is given, that when Prahlad Maharaj is also partial incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. When Prahlad Maharaj was inflicted so much pain by the, gods of Hiranyakashipu, Mahavatar, recently seen. So many pains were inflicted on Prahlad Maharaj. He was not affected. Exactly like that, Haridas Thakur was not affected at all. And the gods who were beating, they said that we were beating so much with, they are very well built up. And itna beating, they said that with the kind of beating that we are doing in 2-3 marketplace only, he should have died. And what is happening actually? And they are now worried that abhi 22 ho jayega. If this fellow doesn't die, then this king will kill us. They are worried about, not about Haridas, they are worried about themselves now. Arey, humko kya hoga abhi? We are supposed to beat this person and he is supposed to die, and इनको तो कुछ फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा है, chanting ही कर रहा है. And they are worried. And then Haridas Thakur said, no, I don't want to, inflict pain on you. The person who is actually beating him, the persons who are beating him, he does not want them to undergo pain from somebody else. This is the definition of Tranadapi Sunichena Taroreva Sagashnuna. He is getting pain from somebody. For that person also he is not desiring that there should be pain. Theek hai bhai. Then he said, I have to die, Chalo, I am going to die. You can't die at your will actually. So he withdrew his senses And he is in complete trance, meditation, that he appeared to be like a dead body. When somebody is in full trance, it is the person's body is as good as a dead body. As good as, not really. He was lying down, motionless. Somebody is motionless, what? You think that he is dying? Motionless, ho gaya? Hare? They said, yeah, now he is dead. So they took the body and said that, sir, by beating, khatam kar diya, ho gaya. Then king said, okay, go and bury him. Kazi said, no, don't bury him. If we bury him, he will get final destination. You should not get that. He has committed a serious offense against us. So you throw it into Ganga. Jal samadhi bana do usko. Jal mein fek do. Ganga. It is more purer to get into Ganga actually. He was like stand still. And when he was thrown in Ganga, he was floating. He was not drowning. Mystic power. The devotee naturally gets mystic power. Lord Chaitanya enters into his body and he is making the magic, actually. So he was floating for some time and then he came back to external consciousness and he swam Ganga and came back. So after some time, the king saw him. Hare, I thought you died. He said, Supreme Lord is acting, so how can I die? Then king said, I am very sorry. Now you are free to do what you want. You chant now. We will not stop you. You can chant. And you are a saintly person. So you take some cave on the banks of Ganga and you perform your whatever sadhana you want to do. You please do it. We will not disturb you. Nobody, I will put order. Nobody will come and disturb you. You are a sadhu. So in this way, the Yavanas who have beaten him, their entire family was completely destroyed. Every example of somebody wanting to commit offense is that an offender is never spared. Even if Krishna wants to spare, they are not spared. So, in this way, Haridas Thakur, on the order of the king, he said, take a cave. He said, okay, I will take a cave. So he went to a cave. And Haridas Thakur continued his chanting. And many people started coming to see him. And they were all feeling very uncomfortable. Kya hai ye cave? No ventilation. Cave is a place where you won't have a pakka ventilation, generally. But this is more than just ventilation. There is some other problem. And everybody was feeling very uncomfortable. Then they asked some Ayurvedic physician, kya hai idhar? When he came and said, actually, in this cave, there must be a venomous snake. This uncomfort is because of the venom of the snake. The venom is so strong and the snake is breathing, and that because of that breathing, this uncomfort is there. It's called snake. But they said, Are, venomous snake is there, but nothing it is doing. Said, no, this snake is very dangerous. Venom because of this only. Then they all said, it is exactly like Kaliya. Other day Ramru Prabhu was describing. Kaliya was so venomous. In the surrounding place, the air is so affected. It's an open space. Kaliya at least open space. In the nearby place, all the trees were actually burned. And even if a bird would go over this Kaliya lake, it will die and fall down. Venom. Like that venom. But inside the cave. So, they all said, let us, they told Haridas, please don't stay in this cave. We will leave. He said, no, not a big problem. For him, he was not uncomfortable. He is sitting. These people are at least coming for an hour or so. They are having discomfort. And he is sitting there 24 hours. He was not having any discomfort. Consciousness is very different. If you are Krishna conscious, like Babaji Maharaj, he was sitting in Navadip near a toilet. It was affecting others. For him, it is not affecting, In the same way, he was not willing to leave the place. And they said that, no, I will keep chanting. If the snake leaves, fine, but otherwise let us see. And if he is not leaving, I will leave. That's okay. One of us has to leave. So he continued chanting. And the snake felt that, no, I should not disturb this person. He let him be there. I will find another cave, actually. The snake actually left. The snake left the scene and everybody could see. And it did not bite anybody. It was a venomous snake. It didn't bite. He said, he was so purified by hearing the holy name chanted by Haridas Thakur, he left without any disturbance to anyone. So, in this way, snake actually is characterized by envy. Many times, an envious person is compared to a snake. And envious person sometimes is considered worse than snake because snake will bite you only when you disturb. The envious person can disturb you without biting also. And unless the envy is removed from the heart, there is no way that one can get the perfection in life. Amoga was very envious. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya's son-in-law. And when he committed offense at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he fell sick of cholera and he was going to die. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to him and said, Amoga, this heart is supposed the seat of the Supreme Lord. Why are you keeping envy here? How will the Lord come here? And he was so merciful because he is son-in-law of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He removed the envy by his touch. He removed the envy. Then Amoga became a wonderful devotee. So in that way, the snake, which is characterized by envy, unless the envy leaves the heart, Krishna cannot come. You can keep going on and on, but it's not going to help in achieving the perfection. So in this way, Haridas Thakur continued this chanting. Once there are so many cases where Haridas Thakur established how chanting of the holy, he is Namacharya because he is established how the chanting of the holy names is the supreme occupational duty. Supreme, nothing more than that. Once a person named Gopal Chakravarti, he was telling that even after millions and millions of births, if one has the complete absolute knowledge, one cannot attain liberation. What is the chanting can give you liberation? He said, no, not only liberation, it will give love of God. No, it cannot give liberation. He said that if Gopal Chakravarti said, if your chanting is not going to give liberation, I will cut your nose. He said, you don't have to cut, I will cut myself. So, Haridas Thakur went on chanting in 3 days of time. Just 3 days. In 3 days, Gopal Chakravarti got leprosy. And naturally the nose and not only nose, fingers, toe, everything gets withdrawn actually. Leprosy, you lose the nose and all your so-called beauty. He was a Gopal Chakravarti. So, in this way, Haridas Thakur was having so much faith on the chanting that he not only preached, he practiced himself. And he was so closely associating with Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya would offer him every day prasad. And Haridas will say, Hare, you are a high-class Brahmana, aristocratic Brahmana. And in your community, what will they say? No, I am no low born. And what will they say? He said, no, you are the pure devotee of the Lord, you are chanting, and feeding you is equals 1 crore brahmanas being fed. 1 crore. Feeding you is equivalent to that. You take the Shraddh Patra. Shraddh karna hai, Brahman ko feed karna hai. Arey, if I feed you, it is equal to 1 crore. I don't need to feed anybody. I want to feed you. So, that was the respect that he commanded amongst close associates of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is said that Haridas Thakur was chanting in the cave and Advaita Acharya was offering the water. Because of these two personalities, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended. Advaita Acharya we know. Even Haridas Thakur was chanting and praying for the descent of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So in this way, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu descended and he was performing his pastime in Navadip, Nityananda Prabhu also joined. And Nityananda Prabhu and Haridas Thakur are one team. They both used to go and preach. So, Nityananda Prabhu was a lead preacher and Haridas Thakur was assistant. And they came across this Jagai and Madhav. Everyone knows Jagai Madhav story. And they were sinful people, not offenders. Vaishnava aparadhi naita. So they were fit for getting the mercy of the Lord. So first they went and approached. I will cut it short. And both Jagai and Madhav chased them away. Chased both Nityananda and Haridas Thakur. Then they came and narrated to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu what happened. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Jagai Madhav will be delivered simply because they saw Nityananda. By just seeing Nityananda, they will be delivered. And Haridas Thakur said, I have a very hard time. You become an assistant of a person who is very powerful, then it is difficult to keep in pace, He said, Dekho, this Nityananda, it is unpredictable person. He will just go on banks of Ganga, immediately will jump into Ganga. And then he will try to tame the crocodile. Not fish, crocodile. I get scared and he plays with the crocodile. And somehow or other I bring him back. Then he will go on the street. He will beat some children. Then I have to go and apologize to the parents. Hare, sorry, I saw again. And he will go near a cow shed. He will start stealing the milk and the ghee and butter. Then again I have to apologize to them and bring him back. On the way he will see a bull. He will get on the bull and ride like Lord Shiva. Then I have a hard time, bringing him back. He is in different world, intoxicated in love of Godhead, and I am having a lot of difficulty. No problem, you follow him. So in this way, next day, when Nityananda was going near Ganga, Madhav actually saw him. That day you people ran away. So he hit him with the clay pot, Nityananda. And when the blood was oozing, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard, he came and he wanted to punish. And when he was second time going to hit, Jagai actually saved. He said, no, don't hit him. Why you are again hitting? So Nityananda Prabhu said, this Jagai actually saved me. Oh, really? Immediately blessing. Madhav said, we are partners in everything. I want to be partner in this also. You have hit Nitai. I am not giving you mercy. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. You unless go and take mercy from Nityananda, then it is possible. So he took shelter of Nityananda, after which he got the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his pastimes in Jagannath Puri, so he was discussing with Haridas. He was asking, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu makes his devotees to speak. Like Ramananda Rai, made him to speak. He said, how these cow-killing people, all the sinful people, how they can be liberated? So Haridas said, These cow killing people, they say haram, 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 abominable. For them it is abominable. It also means, hey Ram, Ramchandra. He said, even if they say haram, haram like that, just because that Ram is there, and by chanting the names of Ram, even in the Namabha state, they will get benefited. तो भगवान उनका धर्म में भी कुछ रखा है ना नाम लेने के लिए. So Haridas Thakur in this way stayed in Jagannath Puri, taking association of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being born in a Muslim family, Haridas Thakur never entered the temple of Jagannath. He will take the darshan of Sudarshan, Nil Chakra darshan, and then Mahaprasad of Jagannath. He has never entered the temple. He never disturbed the culture of Jagannath Puri. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also never did it. Whatever culture is there. Same as Sanatan Goswami, Rupa Goswami. They were born in Hindu family still because worked with the Muslims. They were considered outcasts. They didn't also enter. So, Govinda, who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's personal servant, he would bring Prasad, Mahaprasad of Lord Jagannath, tasted by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to Haridas Thakur every day. And so Haridas Thakur, as I said, he was 36 years elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing his Antya Lila, pastimes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu around 47, 48. So you can see over 80 Haridas Thakur at that time. He was old. So, but he was keeping to his vow of chanting the holy names. So Govinda brought prasad and told him to take prasad. He said, no, I have not finished my rounds. How many rounds? 16 rounds? 174 or 190, above 174, at least 174 rounds. Not finished my rounds, how can I take? He said, no, this is Mahaprasad. You should take. Oh yeah, Mahaprasad. He took one bit of it and then started chanting. Because he became old, he was chanting slow. Because he is not completing. And old and sick also. So in this way, Haridas continued his chanting, and this was informed to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas is not even now chanting, eating. He is taking little and then chanting like that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all pervading, he knew what's happening. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to Haridas Thakur. So he said, Haridas, what is happening? And he said, what is your disease? What is the problem? What is your disease? So Haridas Thakur said, my dear Lord, my disease is that I am not able to complete my round. My disease is I am not able to complete my round. As I said, he is old, he is sick, and completing 192 round is not a joke. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Haridas, you do one thing, you have become old and you are not well also. So you please reduce your rounds. You don't have to chant this many rounds. You reduce your rounds. Who is telling? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It will be an occasion of jubilation. If suppose somebody comes and tells, "Aap chanting karna thoda kam kar dena." I got the order from the Supreme Lord. Very nice actually. वही हमको complain नहीं कर सकता है. अब 16 माला मत करो, 4 माला करो, हो जाएगा. Very good. He said, no. He said, no, I can't do that. And so Haridas Thakur said, my dear Lord, I understand that you want to actually close down your pastimes, but I don't want to see your closing pastimes. I want to close my chapter before that. So he said, what do you want? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, what do you want actually? He said, I want one thing. I want to see your lotus-like face, and I want to keep your lotus feet on my chest. You have to keep your feet on my chest. I should see you. Then I should leave. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left that day, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Haridas, Krishna will do whatever you want actually. You desire, that will happen. So in this way, next day, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And again, Mahaprabhu asked Haridas, what is the news? He knows what is the news, but still he wanted Haridas to make the news public. So, Haridas replied, whatever mercy you can bestow upon me, my dear Lord. Now I already told you what. So whatever you want to bestow upon me, I am okay for that. So with that, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started the chanting, Sankirtan, ecstatic Sankirtan. And all his close associates joined, Swarup Damodar Goswami, Akreshwar Pandit, everyone. They started chanting and dancing, and Haridas it's as good as on the deathbed, actually. So, in this way, in the group of devotees led by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, chanting the holy names, Haridas Thakur was hearing, and he fixed his eyes on the lotus face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like a bumblebee fixed upon the honey flower, like that is fixed upon. And he took the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and placed it on his chest. Like he wanted, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu allowed it. And took the dust of all the devotees present on his head. And by looking at the sweet lotus face of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Haridas Thakur, by chanting the name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the verse that we read today, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sabda Karite Ucharan, Namera Sagita Pran Kaila Utkraman. While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, the eyes are on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's face. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's feet is on his chest, and the tongue of Haridas Thakur saying Sri Krishna Chaitanya. While chanting the holy name of Sri Krishna Chaitanya, he gave up air of life and left his body. It is exactly like Bhishmadev at his own will, by looking at the lotus face of Lord Krishna, at his will he left. So at his will actually Haridas Thakur left his body. And the assembled devotees tumultuously chanted the holy names. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raised the body of Haridas and placed him on his lap. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu held the body of Haridas Thakur and chanted dancing along with the body of Haridas. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing. Then nobody knew how much time went. Sarup Damodar Goswami was still, my dear Lord, time to do the Kriya, Antya Kriya for Haridas. So in this way, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally performed the Antima Kriya of Haridas Thakur and taken the body of Haridas Thakur to the sea, and everyone dancing and chanting, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu bathed the body of Haridas Thakur in the ocean water, and he said that from this day on, this sea has become a great place of pilgrimage, holy Tirtha, and everyone drank the water washed by Haridas Thakur. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally made the pit and then smeared the body of Haridas Thakur, the sandalwood pulp and Mahaprasada of Lord Jagannath, cloth, silken ropes, several other auspicious items. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally covered the body of Haridas Thakur with the sand in the midst of chanting the holy names. And after that, everyone took bath in the sea and circumambulating the tomb of Haridas Thakur. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally went to Simhadwar of Jagannath Mandir and he begged prasad there for the feast of Haridas Thakur, disappearance. And every shopkeeper, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is coming to beg, everyone came with a huge quantity of prasad. And Sarup Damodar Goswami said, my dear Lord, you sit down, we will collect, we are all here to collect. They all collected. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally served prasad, everybody. And Sarup Damodar Goswami again said, Lord, you sit down, we will serve. Everyone was served. And it was a occasion for jubilation, even though Haridas Thakur physically left, but then it is by the supreme will of the Lord that he has achieved the supreme destination. So in this way, all the Vaishnavas, they celebrated the disappearance of Haridas Thakur. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave a benediction that anyone who has seen the festival of Haridas Thakur passing away, chanted or danced, anyone who has put a small bit for the body of Haridas, anyone who has not done any of the thing, at least taken prasad, feast me. If you don't do anything, you are still in the prasadam hall, you still get benefit. They will achieve the favor of Krishna very soon. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, whoever hears this narration will certainly fix his mind firmly on the devotional service. Even like Haridas Thakur was firmly fixed in chanting. So one who hears the narration of this pastime, they will be fixed in devotional service. On the Samadhi tomb of Haridas Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written a verse that is actually inscribed, which says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's verse, he reasons ill who tells Vaishnavas die. When thou art living still in sound, the Vaishnavas die to live, and living try to spread the holy name around. So, this is Haridas Thakur. He preached while living, and by his own activities, he continues preaching. After about 500 years before this has happened, still he is inspiring, and he'll keep inspiring by his devotional activity of chanting the holy name on this very auspicious occasion of the disappearance of Haridas Thakur. We pray at his lotus feet that by his mercy we also can be fixed in our devotional service, like he is fixed. By the mercy of the entire Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya and Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we can be fixed in devotional service so that we can be of some use in the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur ki, Haridas Thakur Tirobha Mahamahotsav ki, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Any comments?
Hare Krishna. Once Shubhag Maharaj was saying that Shubhag Maharaj that there is one more pastime where Sakshat Mayadevi came in the beautiful form of a woman and tested Haridas Thakur. Then she took initiation also from Haridas Thakur in Hare Krishna chanting. Then she gave a benediction that Haridas Thakur said, if devotees in Kali Yuga are tested like this by you, how they will survive? It's very difficult. Then she gave a benediction. If anybody is affected by Maya or they are unable to control their senses, if they chant, sab log bolo, Haridas Thakur ki jai, Haridas Thakur ki, Haridas Thakur ki. If they say Haridas Thakur ki jai, I will leave them.
Process is becoming easier.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. You mentioned that Ramchandra Khan has committed offenses, so the entire village has to suffer the consequences because they are associate. So my question is, we are associating, are living with some devotee. If they commit offenses, we have to also suffer, just like in ashram, 10, 12 devotees are living together. So if one commit offenses, other has to also suffer, or what? How to understand it really?
If an offense is committed, you become a silent spectator, you will be affected. Mute spectator. वो तो कर रहा था, हमको क्या करना है, हम भी साथ साथ में करेंगे, उससे थोड़ा फायदा मिलेगा तो ठीक है. He will be. If an offense is committed, you have to either object it or leave the place. Offense is committed and you also enjoy. हमको नहीं हुआ है, उनको हुआ है, चलो जाने दो. नहीं. Offense is committed, you have to rectify it, you have to object it depending upon your capacity. You can't do anything, get lost. Leave the place. You can't keep hearing the offense, you can't enjoying that. Not going to work. Then Ramachandra Khan's destiny and his associates. Vaishnava Aparadhi is very, very serious. Vaishnava Aparadhi is very serious. For a person who is taking to the process of Krishna consciousness, the most dangerous thing is Vaishnava Aparadhi. You want to advance, something which doesn't allow you to advance, is completely contradictory. So one has to. This is why it is called mad elephant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, mad elephant. Atimata. Aparadhi. Mad elephant can destroy the devotional creeper. Devotional creeper is very delicate. Can be destroyed. If offense is committed and you are part of the offense or you are just, be living with the offender, your devotional creeper is in danger. That's all I can say. That's what Shastra says. We should not allow an offender to keep doing offenses. Those who have the authority, they should do it. That is why the authority structure is there. You can't just keep watching things happen wrong in front of you. What is the value of your presence then? What is the value of your knowledge? What is the value of your practice of Krishna consciousness? Just allow anything and everything to happen. Nothing will work. one has to take proper action.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So, Prabhu, my question is like nowadays we, due to our short comings, we do lots of offenses, but we don't recognize them at that moment if we are doing that offense. But as you said, we are not progressing. We can see that we are not continuously progressing. So, in that situation, how should we do? Like, how do we rectify it? Like,
If you, without knowledge, some mistakes are committed, that could be offense also. Chanting the holy names is the only way. Chanting the holy names, take shelter of the holy names. Chanting more, sincerely, seriously. You don't know where you are committed also. So what can you do? But knowingly committing the offense is very dangerous. You know that this is an offense, you don't care. Carelessness. You know that driving drunk is dangerous and you drive like that, accident will happen, no? It's not today, tomorrow it will happen. You may escape 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. How many days you will escape? Knowingly committing offense should be first stop. The unknowing committing offenses can slowly get stopped when you are sincere and serious. Mike in the back.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी, आप बता रहे थे ब्रह्मा जी के संदर्भ में कि जिस व्यक्ति के पास पद की शक्ति होती है उसको घमंड हो जाता है। भगवान ने ऐसा बोला था ब्रह्मा जी को। प्रभु जी, नारद भक्ति सूत्र में एक श्लोक है कि ईश्वरस्याप्यभिमान द्वेषित्वात् दैन्य प्रियत्वाच्च। तो उसमें कहते हैं कि भगवान भी घमंड से द्वेष करते हैं। तो प्रभु जी, अगर कोई किसी को पद का घमंड भी हो और वो भक्ति भी करे, तो जिस व्यक्ति से भगवान द्वेष करते हैं, ये दोनों साथ में प्रभु जी संभव है या नहीं है?
जो भक्ति करता है, भक्ति का लक्षण है आपका हृदय में जो गंदगी है वो साफ होना। साफ अपना आप से होता है, इसके लिए अलग कुछ करना जरूरत नहीं है। भक्ति करने से चेतो दर्पण मार्जन। चैतन्य महाप्रभु क्या बोला? हमारा हृदय में जो गंदगी है, कितना जन्म जन्म से भरा हुआ है, उसको साफ करना जरूरी है। साफ तो करना है, तो साफ करने जाएंगे, भक्ति में मार्ग में आ गया। जो प्रभुपाद जी ने ऐसा संस्था बनाया है, हम भक्ति करने के लिए भी मौका है, उसका साथ साथ में शासन चलाने के लिए भी चांस है। शासन भी चलाना पड़ता है। अभी 6 गोस्वामी है, उनके लिए कुछ संस्था नहीं बनाया, चैतन्य महाप्रभु संस्था नहीं बनाया, गोस्वामी संस्था नहीं बनाया, अपने अपने आश्रम में रह करके अपने अपने भक्ति किया। बट चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने बोला है, पृथ्वी ते आचयति नगर आदि ग्राम। ये पृथ्वी में हर एक नगर ग्राम में ये भगवान का नाम जप होना चाहिए करके, वो करने के लिए संस्था का जरूरी है। बिना संस्था से नहीं हो सकता है। इसके लिए भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर ने एक संस्था बनाया, गौड़िया मठ का नाम पे संस्था बनाया। ये पृथ्वी ते आचयति नगरादि ग्राम करने के लिए उनका शिष्य को भेजा बर्मा, उनका शिष्य को जर्मनी भेजा, मैं लंदन भेजा, तो पूरा विश्व में फैलाने के लिए था। कुछ हुआ है, बहुत कुछ हुआ नहीं। तो प्रभुपाद जी ने आया, वो एक संस्था बनाया, ऐसा संस्था बनाया, ऑलरेडी फैल गया है। ये संस्था चलाने के लिए शासन भी लगता है, नियम भी लगता है, इंस्टीट्यूशन लगता है। हाँ, ये भी करना पड़ता है। कौन करेगा? बाहर का आदमी आगे करेगा? भक्ति करने वाला ही करेगा ना। तो जो भक्ति करने वाला है, किस किस को लायक करके समझता है, उनको दिया जाता है। करो भाई, आप चलाओ, ये करो, वो करो। ये चीज अभी दे दिया, जो लिया है उनको दिमाग में बैठना चाहिए। जो काम कर रहा है हमारा भक्ति के लिए कर रहा है, भक्ति का जगह पर नहीं है। ये भक्ति हमारा प्राइमरी गोल है। हम भक्ति करने के लिए इधर आया है। शासन चलाने के लिए तो हजार चीज है ना बाहर, आपका काम नहीं मिलेगा। अभी बाहर जाएगा तो काम नहीं मिलेगा। एक काम ही करना है, बाहर तो कर सकता है ना, कर सकता है। बट भक्ति करने के लिए आया, जो भक्ति करने के लिए आया उनका बीच में शासन चलाने के लिए किस किस का बात जो योग्यता है उनको, भाई चलो भाई तुम्हारा योग्यता है थोड़ा करो। वो योग्यता का लेकर के आप मिसयूज करोगे, बोलो हमारा पास मिल गया है अभी मैं कुछ भी करूंगा, जल्दी से जल्दी हरिबोल हो जाए। हरिबोल बोलेंगे, हरिबोल किसके लिए बोलेंगे अलग तरीका से। चैतन्य महाप्रभु हरिबोल बोला, ये हरिदास ठाकुर भगवत धाम जा रहा है इसके लिए हरिबोल बोला। बट देन हम दुष्प्रयोग करेगा तो जो भी हमारा पास पावर करके हम बोला जाएंगे, जो भी नाम से आप बोलोगे उसको दुष्प्रयोग नहीं करना है। दुष्प्रयोग करेगा तो टाइम इज लाइक दिस। कोई आप अपने आंख से देख सकता है यही संस्था है, यही हरे कृष्णा मूवमेंट है। प्रभुपाद का समय पर कितना बड़े बड़े भक्त लोग था, उनको कितना कितना पद था, उसको दुष्प्रयोग किया, उनका हालत किया है करके मैं कुछ बोलना जरूरत नहीं है। हमको डिस्कस भी नहीं करना है, कैसा अच्छा तरीके से प्रयोग करना है वो बात करना है। हम दूसरों को देखेंगे कोई दुष्प्रयोग कर रहा है, आपको अपना रास्ता देखना है। ये गलती कर रहा है, वो गलती कर रहा है, ये गलती कर रहा है करके हम भी नहीं गलती कर सकता है। आपका भगवत धाम जाना है, रास्ता बताया गया प्रभुपाद जी ने, वो रास्ता में जाने का है। बाकी लोग कोई भी कुछ बोलेगा, वो रास्ता का अलग रास्ता है तो कुछ काम का नहीं आएगा भक्ति मार्ग में। तो इसका मतलब यही है, भक्ति मार्ग में हमारा भक्ति हमारा प्राइमरी गोल है। बाकी जो कर रहा है हमारा भक्ति को मदद करने के लिए हम कर रहा है। ये हमारा दूसरा कुछ संस्था चलाना है, शासन करना है, मैनेजमेंट करना है, मैनेजमेंट करना है भक्ति में आगे बढ़ने के लिए। हम भक्ति नहीं कर रहे हैं मैनेजमेंट में आगे बढ़ने के लिए। अरे हम अच्छे से बैठ के जप करेगा, सब लोग देखेंगे बहुत अच्छा जप कर रहे हैं, उनको टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट बना दो। ये टेम्पल प्रेसिडेंट का क्वालिफिकेशन नहीं है। जीबीसी बना दो, आरएस से बना दो। ये ड्रामा इधर चलेगा, भगवान का सामने ड्रामा नहीं चलता है। भगवान को हम लोग हंसने नहीं देना चाहिए। ये इतना पागल है, मेरा सामने ड्रामा करता है। ड्रामा सब बंद। हम ड्रामा करने के लिए नहीं आया है, हम भक्ति करने के लिए आया है। तो भक्ति है, यही हमारा प्राइमरी टारगेट है। ये भक्ति में आगे बढ़ने के लिए आपका कुछ सेवा करना है। आपका पास योग्यता है, वो योग्यता को प्रयोग करके आप सेवा करना है। प्रभुपाद खुश होगा, जैसा प्रभुपाद खुश होगा भगवान खुश होगा, फिर हम आप भक्ति में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। मिल गया उत्तर?
धन्यवाद गुरु जी। हरे कृष्णा।
शांत, शांति से भक्ति करना है। शांति का जरूरी है। शांति 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 ही, ये कर दिया क्यों, वो कर दिया क्यों, ये कर दिया क्यों, अशांत नहीं होना है। पूरा दुनिया भी गलत करेगा, आप एक जन भक्ति करके भगवत धाम जा सकता है, क्यों नहीं?
लेकिन प्रभु जी ऐसा कुछ प्रश्न पूछना कोई गलत चीज है क्या?
प्रश्न पूछना गलत चीज है ही नहीं। प्रश्न पूछने का होना चाहिए समझने के लिए, वो समझने के बाद पालन करना चाहिए। समझने के बाद हवा में छोड़ना नहीं। समझने का जो हमको प्रश्न पूछने से ही होता है ना। तद्विद्धि प्रणिपात है ना, परिप्रश्न न चाहिए भैया, परिप्रश्न है ना। प्रश्न पूछने के लिए बोल रहे हैं भगवान। कैसा पूछना चाहिए मेरे को मालूम नहीं है। अभी रूप गोस्वामी कैसा पूछा, सनातन गोस्वामी कैसा पूछा, किया मैं हुआ मैं, वो स्कॉलर है। चैतन्य महाप्रभु का सामने स्ट्रॉ इन द टीथ, हुआ मैं, वो भी प्रश्न होता है। ए तुम कौन है, ये भी प्रश्न होता है। तो प्रश्न पूछने भी दो तरीके होता है। मैं कौन हूं, मैं कौन हूं मालूम है क्या, ये भी प्रश्न होता है। कैसा प्रश्न पूछने का है, कैसा उत्तर को स्वीकार करना है, वो उत्तर को हमारा जीवन में कैसा पालन करना है, ये भी बड़ा चीज है। वो ये सब होएगा तो बहुत बढ़िया। प्रश्न तो पूछना चाहिए, कौन मना करेगा। प्रश्न ऐसा पूछना नहीं चाहिए कि खाली चैलेंजिंग मूड नहीं होना है, वो प्रश्न नहीं होता है। समझने के लिए, समझने के बाद पालन करने के लिए। ये कभी कभी सीख रहा हूँ, थोड़ा थोड़ा सीखना पड़ता है। मैं कभी कभी थाने में जा रहा हूँ, वो लोग जबरदस्त मेरे को बोलता है हिंदी में बोलना है। मैं पहला कंडीशन डालता हूँ, मैं कुछ गलत बोलेगा तो गलत नहीं समझने का। वो बोले नहीं हम नहीं समझेंगे, चलो हम भी हिंदी में बोलते हैं। अरे इतना साल बीता है, थोड़ा तो कुछ तो बोलेंगे ना। ग्रंथ राज श्रीमद भागवतम की, श्री चैतन्य चरितामृत की, श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य महाप्रभु की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्री श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की, श्री श्री गौर निताय की, श्री श्री राधा रास बिहारी जी की, नामाचार्य श्रीला हरिदास ठाकुर की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।